Uh, Good morning, everyone. Aram here. Got Pinocchio. He was really eager to be in this video. I'm not sure why. He said he wanted to tell me something, but he wanted to make it a surprise. So I'm hearing it for the first time myself. Um, okay, well, tell us what you want to. What do you want to say, Pinocchio? Just whisper. Don't get that ear. Don't get that in my ear. Oh, careful. Uh. Uh huh. What? No, Pinocchio. No, stop it, Pinocchio. Your nose is gonna grow. Say it ain't so. You're telling me the truth? Let me see. It's about the same size. Big. Anyway, what Pinocchio wanted to say, what he did just say to me, is that 10,000 years ago, it was a mass migration out of Africa. I showed you the genome. Where is it? Yeah, right here. I showed you this. Uh, it's the three species: Neanderthal, Denisovan, Sapien, and all coming together into mixtures, the Trinity. And this is the out of Africa population. You know, everyone who basically had children with the Africans 10,000 years ago. They don't have the ones who did not mix with the Africans on here. All right, and perhaps they're up here and down here and over here. You know, the Trinity. They kind of left some people out because there's a lot of people on the planet who didn't mix with the Africans. Um, but you wouldn't know that there. It's selection bias. Anyway, what Pinocchio told me is that the Satan class, 10,000 years ago in Egypt, the three species Satan class, Denisovan, Neanderthal, Sapien, Satan class, they basically had a lot of orgies. That's what Pinocchio said, and a lot of noses, a lot of penetration, and a lot of art, a lot of music, and poetry, and prose, and just fun. You know, they had a lot of orgies, and but it was very decadent. A lot of torture, a lot of sacrifice, very ugly. So it was kind of a. On the one hand, it was nice and a lot of sex and all that, and on the other hand, I'm gonna have to put Pinocchio, sit him down here. On the other hand, it was very violent and decadent. And Pinocchio said that the Satan class had an idea. What they would do is they would go take the Africans, the slaves, and the rich sapiens would take the poor sapiens with the rich and the poor Denisovans and the rich and the poor Neanderthal, and they would all go up. They would stop being slaves. Moses would say, "You're free! Free now to kill people in Europe and fuck them all. Okay, we're gonna go up there and we're gonna fuck those people up in Europe. We're gonna take pictures. We're gonna draw it and we're gonna write it down. We're gonna store it and we're gonna use it against them to control them for the next 10,000 years. Who's with me?" And that's what they did. They brought up their strongest warriors, and they just had a fuck fest, right? They fucked and fucked and fucked and fucked, and they had babies after babies after babies, all kinds of babies, and the babies went all over the world. The swastika spun them around and just scattered them around like throwing popcorn into a fan, everywhere. Okay, we're all from that. Well, not all of us, but most of us are from that. The Satan class, coming out of Egypt and extorting everyone by just basically having orgies and sex and fucking and cuckolding and bondage and sadomasochism and all the different male on male, female on female, male female, male female, male female orgies, animals, farm animals, all that stuff. Bring in the blood. You know, basically the Satan class, what they do these days, the Satan class, here's what a Satan class guy, a rich one, does. He goes into a restaurant, okay? Gosh, would you just stay still for Christ's sakes? All right, here, hold on a second. Pinocchio. All right, I gotta put Pinocchio down, okay? Hold on a second. There, it's just, he really wants to be in that video. So there he is, his most endearing quality. Um, um, and yeah, he goes in a restaurant, he's like, gets a menu. Let me see. A naked woman with a chain around her neck comes up, bowing. You know, what would you like to order? Not looking in his eyes. You know, nice breasts, beautiful, shapely hips. And he says, "I will take 3 living babies." Yes, 3 living babies? No, 4! 1 Neanderthal baby, 1 Denisovan baby, and 2 sapien babies. I love them so. And they come back with the babies. Everyone gets, you know, they all have masks. The shame of it. Their eyes peeping through. God forbid anyone shows their face in these horrific events, you know. God forbid. Actually, Satan forbade it, because Satan doesn't like to look in the mirror when he does horrible things. So that's what we got these days. We got a bunch of Satanists running the world, global Satanists. We got a lot of extorted people who fucked Africans and everyone else, and we're just a bunch of whores, basically, male whores, female whores, and we're all extorted and scared that our pictures are going to come out and the stories are going to be told about how big of whores we really are. And that's controlling all of our choices. All of our decisions are being made based on fear of being outed or shame. And that's not a good way to run a planet. It really isn't. It's not working. It's failed. Let's call it an experiment that didn't work out, okay? The null hypothesis was, if you fuck everyone on the planet and extort them, everything will be wonderful, and we'll be in God's kingdom. No. Only truth gets you into God's kingdom, all right? Only truth of the Nile and the chalice, Mother, the 565, Triangle, Yahweh, Alexandria, Port Said, Bethlehem, Aleppo, okay? Migrations of 3 species and a lot of sex and extortion. That truth. I'm gonna go. I guess I've spent 8:30 now, 8:33. I'm gonna go. Have a good day. Bye.